So recently I've been very busy with school, finals, projects, and a whole bunch of other nonsense. Just as in the real world there are things I don't understand or are confused by, there are a lot of things in Wizard101 I don't understand or are confused by. But today I'm going to talk about a few things that don't make sense in Wizard101. Over the years of playing this game, I started to develop a sixth sense of things that get introduced but aren't really balanced or are disproportionate. One of the things that don't make sense are some of the recipes in this game. Like take for example this outside toilet seat that cost 145 pebbles, 45 chocolate squares, and 15 tortilla chips. So you might ask, but Hunter, what is the problem with this? It's fine, it's rare probably. Well, here's the thing. You can buy the same exact piece of hardwood for gold instead. Not only just for gold, but you can get about 6 other pieces of furniture as well. So what's the problem here? The 145 pebbles average out to be 90 or more battles. For the other recipe ingredients, you can fucking forget about them. The drop rates are very low. Another thing also is, to get these ingredients, you gotta climb through a gauntlet with only cards you buy for gold. You're also limited to 3 tries per day on each character. So my question to you is, why spend upwards of 90 or more battles for a chance to craft a fucking toilet, when you could just buy the damn thing for gold? 22,000 gold is not a difficult amount to accumulate. It takes about 15 or so minutes of selling items. It doesn't really make much sense. Now, there are other recipes, but I won't include them because they give me a headache, like these blue balls. A lot of the time, I find myself not using other school spells unless they are for purposes of utility, like buffs or negative effects. For you to be viable and to have good stats to use secondary school spells, you need to buy gear from the Crown Store, because everything that is offered to you is either really terrible or it's locked for a specific school. Back then, it used to be somewhat fun because everything had lower health and you didn't need a whole lot of damage. At higher levels now, these spells that you learn from a different school isn't gonna do much. When you choose a school, you're basically locked in for life without much versatility. Now, I'm not saying you should rip through an entire village laying waste with off-school spells, but it would be nice in some way to use them more effectively besides a utility spell. Why do enemies in this game have access to exclusive spells? Spells that were basically handed to us as a reward for our heroic triumphs. And then all these other creatures can use them. It's like, look, you saved a world full of furry creatures, and technically you sent the third coming of Jesus flying on a floating rock. But all that doesn't matter. You're not the chosen one. You aren't special. We just gave you these spells to make you feel better, like a participation trophy, and to get rid of you. There are quite a few reagents or ingredients that only serve one purpose in this game. For example, shocked keys, shining scales, and participation trophies. They are only used in one specific kind of recipe, which are used to craft the level 125 school wands. For most of them, well actually all of them, you can obtain very early in the game, even before you actually reach level 125. It only has one purpose, and players never use these ingredients again in anything else. If more recipes are released for these, I actually do expect increased drop rates for these reagents or ingredients to meet the demand. For many years, I thought to myself, what the fuck is the point of doing this? Jumping does fuck all for you. I don't even know why it's part of the game. You can't even jump over anything. You see a rock on the ground and you want to jump over it? Nope, you can't do that. That ain't Super Mario. You gotta go around it. It wasn't until I googled this question today was when I found out it was asked a long time ago. Apparently, there is a definitive answer on why there is jumping in this game. Jumping and other emotes allow people to express themselves. I get emotes, but you can literally say that with anything, like crouching expresses the virtue of teabagging. What does jumping express? Happiness? Or something? Maybe you're trying to grow taller? I don't know. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed this video. It's not meant to be taken really seriously. It's more of to poke holes in things that don't make sense, or at least common sense. Also, if you're new to the channel, subscribing is just a click away, and if you would like to see me play other games, visit my other channel called Froggies 2. Other than that, take care and see you guys.